In November 2016, I was offered an amazing chance to attend the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Marrakesh, Morocco. Amongst all the delegates, representatives, and presenters at this amazing event was a fellow student like me, Mohammed. He was a grad student, traveler, artist, and we began discussing the amazing event we were present for. It being November 3rd, he and I inevitably felt that discussing the election in America and its projected consequences upon the entire world. While deep in discussion, I found myself aware of many young people who had stopped by to listen to our conversation, and they looked puzzled at Muhammad. I couldn't comprehend why young people our own age were listening so intently. Muhammad said, "Rob, every one of these children hopes to travel to America. They all want the best education. They want to live in freedom. Your election is denying them this chance. They know regardless of who wins your election, it won't be good for their chances of coming to your country. As any reason why they would want to travel to America, why not?" As I looked into the eyes of these children, I then began to see the truth to Muhammad's statement. These were young people dying to come to America. They were of all backgrounds, all religions, and everyone was looking at me, expecting some kind of answer. I wondered how to respond to this, and then said, "What is it that makes you wish to travel to America? Is it the freedom? Is it the liberty? Is it the equality we guarantee all of our citizens?" They began to nod their heads. "Well, then what stops you from attempting to create that same atmosphere here? You see, what makes humans human in America is the same things which makes Moroccan humans human. In America, we have generations of citizens who understood their part in the larger world, and we have generations who understood their part in making a better society and better life for their children, and nothing stopping you from making that same atmosphere. There were some whistles, some claps, some cheers. Far more important than those, though, was a young gentleman who walked up to me after. He asked what it would take to solidify those values in Morocco, even as we were losing them in America. Well, let me tell you, as that is the subject of my presentation today. As was witnessed in this past election, we are entering a new stage in history. As the days pass us by, we often forget that the 21st century comes after the first 20 and beyond. Democracies have risen and fallen. Tyrants have marched with honeyed words and plated armor into the halls of what was once considered sacred ground in that republic. In the short lifespan we humans have, we often forget that our republic is a living and breathing creature projected to die. Allow me to explain. Plato, a man born some 300 years before the birth of Christ, projected Klytos, a prediction of the cycle of government, and predicted that all democracies, are doomed to die. The cycle begins with a monarchy, a king. A king is overthrown by a revolution because of his abuse of the rights of the people. The people establish a republic to safeguard their rights, which inevitably falls into an oligarchy when special interests take over elections to create a power below it. These oligarchs are able to hold on to power by restricting education of the people or by taking advantage of the apathy of the people. Ultimately, because of the abuse of power by the elite, a dictator is able to promise the people shelter from those elite by granting him supreme power, thus completing the cycle. Many strong men throughout history, Napoleon, Hitler, and Caesar included, gained power over their republics through fulfilling this Keycloth cycle. But, you might say, are we not far removed from that day and age? We're far too civilized to give up our rights of freedom and self-governance to a tyrant, aren't we? Unfortunately, our republic is falling into the same trap. The violence, the sheer amount of wealth in our election, and desperation of many of our fellow citizens is characteristic of our fulfillment of Keycloths. And on top of that, we have Challenge 2050, population, hunger, energy, decaying third world democracies. There are some amazing presentations at One World today, and in the past, which have offered amazing solutions to these problems. But what good are any of them if we as a people are disunified? The precipice we will look out over is one which is navigable according to Plato, but not to me, and not to the Jacobins. Taking its name from a like association during the French Revolution, the Jacobin Club has been labeled as an advocacy group or discussion group, but in reality it's neither, because it trends the optimal line between both. It is a non-political, civic engagement, and democracy-building organization promoting the quality of life within communities by working to increase democratic participation by the people directly in government actions and at the same time fighting corruption on all levels. My plan, the Jacobin plan, is very simple. Reverse Keycloths. What I am proposing to do is to stare history down in the face, because no society upon this planet in the whole centuries of our existence has been able to reverse the Keycloth cycle. We can't predict where we are going to our study of the past, We can't predict where our current path will lead us. The divisiveness and vices which plague our government today are the result of those same corrupt evils within our own society. And because society is a reflection of the individual, that is where we must start. Step 1, facilitate unity during our meetings. Facilitate unity during our meetings. Because there are individuals that walk into our club meetings, we are able to facilitate unity by getting them to interact with each other on a Jacobin scale, creating local projects for our communities, working to increase democratic participation by those people within those local communities, and on a larger scale, working to making sure that they understand their part as a citizen. In the Jacobin Club, we debate and discuss policies which everyone can agree upon, or at least issues that don't tend to disunify. These could include discussion on animal protection, setting up lights in streets which need them, and more. These issues aren't heart-wrenching, and they don't tend to disunify. They require citizens to do their homework and allow them to present their issues for or against, and it keeps them coming back as they literally see their will, the will of the people being implemented into policy, as we send our results directly to the local office and in DC. By discussing the issues in a non-political setting, we reverse the sentiment that politics doesn't include the people, or that politics is a senseless subject. Step 2, tackle the tough stuff. Tackle the tough stuff. The psychological reasoning of our not debating harsh issues comes to light after the first 6 months of the Jacobin Club's existence. Once we have facilitated friendship across the aisles, uniting left and right in the pursuit of common goals, do we begin deconstructing the harsh issues such as gun control or abortion. By getting those issues discussed after the citizens of the club have become friends, do we begin healing the rift nationwide. These citizens have already solved many local problems together, and the possibility that a tough issue will divide them from coming together in the future is small. Step 3, increase government legitimacy. Our states bases its legitimacy, in the words of John Locke, on the consent of the governed, which implies the more people that are involved in their government, the more legitimate it becomes. According to a national governing website, a little more than a fifth of people vote in their local elections. In the Jacobin Club, it's 93%. As was witnessed in this past election, we are entering a new stage in history, where violence is becoming normal to us, where liberty becomes just another word that politicians use to back their own proposals, lacking the divine essence which inspired mankind to overthrow the shackles of despotism and declare themselves free. And our organization has built within itself the successful model for democratic discussion and involvement. In a world where the political parties dominate the political stage, we find ourselves in a prominent position of solving those issues together as citizens. If you will recall, I left a cliffhanger in my introduction. The young Moroccan gentleman who had approached me to ask how he might create the same values that we have in America and Iran. That young gentleman is now in charge of the Moroccan Jacobin Club and has over 30 highly dedicated members already working in their communities to make Morocco a place where liberty, equality, unity flourishes as broadly as it does here. See, our message is not one of politics. It's not one of pure involvement. And it's not one of pure discussion. Our message is, what will it take for us to achieve a better society together? And it is together we can reverse chaos. Together we can create a republic where we work in our societies to make this republic a better place. As in the words of Maximilian Robespierre, the grand society humanity wishes to achieve cannot be legislated in a single day. It cannot be found within the halls of government. It is instead to be found in the discussion and interaction between patriots. We as citizens must accomplish our grand aims as one. We must accomplish them.